Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Mortal Kombat 2 has apparently had a test screening. Apparently it's gone really, really well. Apparently it focuses on Karl Urban as Johnny Cage, Kitana, blood, death, gore. Yeah, I'm here for it. I think this will be good fun. Look, the first one was... It was fine. I enjoyed it for what it was. It had some dumb decisions, some really good decisions. I think the lead... being some rando with literal plot armor was a bit odd, but it was okay. Like, it was a fine film, and it's done well enough that the sequel, they chose to put some real money into it. You know, Karl Urban's not going to come cheap, so they've clearly upped their game for the sequel, and I'm here for it. I think this will be good fun. From test screening, it seems positive anyway. So we'll take a look. Hit subscribe if you're new here, and do turn the bell notifications on. But let's go. So, Mortal Kombat 2, starring Karl Urban as Johnny Cage, will be released in theatres October 24th, 2025. And according to reports on social media, a test screening was held and it was positive. So, film stars Karl Urban as Johnny Cage. And while the plot hasn't officially been announced, previous Mortal Kombat 2 leaks offer that the film sees Shao Kahn, the Emperor of Outer World, killing King Jared, taking his throne, and turning his queen into an undead servant. Their daughter, Kitana, scarred for life after her father and mother were killed, seeks revenge. I think that sounds like good fun. I mean, not actual fun, but good fun to watch. So the leaked character descriptions also said that Karl Urban's Johnny Cage at first fights Baraka before they come to a mutual respect for one another and become allies in their battle against Shao Kahn and the Outer World. That's great casting. Karl Urban as Johnny Cage. That is great casting. So good. So, test screening reactions. Okay, according to Mortal Kombat 2 test screening reactions, the film features a lot of deaths and gore. Good. Good. And so it should. It also seems as if the movie mostly focuses on Kitana, as reactions to Karl Urban as Johnny Cage, says Johnny Storm, and even the end of the film aren't all that favourable. So, mixed. There's a lot of deaths. It's a Johnny and Kitana movie. This is like the bullet points of it. All characters are sidelined. I don't mind that. Like, if they're all sidelined for these two... You got to have point of view characters. So I think that's okay. Great fight sequences, lots of gore. Karl was apparently okay as Johnny, but maybe a little too old for the role. Yeah, he is getting on a bit now. With all due respect to him, he is getting on a bit now. So maybe he does seem to be a bit old for the role, which is understandable and acceptable. I still think it's inspired casting. Kitana was amazing, apparently. So, yeah. So it has this, president of physical media tweeted this out. It says, Mortal Kombat 2 had a test screening last night. A lot of deaths. It's a Johnny Kitana movie. All characters are sidelined. So they should, because they weren't that great from the first one. Some of them were fine, but, it is what it is. Yeah, great fight sequences. Lots of gore. Well, just everything I said, basically. There's another one here. Mortal Kombat 2 just had its test screening, and they are okay. Has great world building, great fight scenes and gore, but the ending was lackluster. Karl Urban is... But is that because we live in a world now where, like, unless you have a setup for another film, like, because I think we're a bit desensitized to just like an ending of a film, right? Not everyone, of course, but we live in a sort of a society where the film is a tease for another film and so on and so forth. Is the ending lackluster? I don't know, but it's just a question. Is the ending lackluster simply because potentially it doesn't set up another film, or what? Who knows with that? Apparently, yeah, it says a little disappointing, but I think the Karl Urban Johnny Cage disappointment probably just comes from age. It says this, from what I've heard, a test screening was just shown for the Mortal Kombat 2 film. Apparently the film has really good fight sequences, world building. Also heard that the test screenings didn't care much for the ending. Take this with a grain of salt. More test screening info for Mortal Kombat 2. All the characters from the previous film are sidelined. So Johnny and Kitana are the main characters. I think that's fine. I honestly do think that's fine. And I think that's fine because you still have to have point of view characters. And I think that's okay. The last one was a bit of a hodgepodge. It was a bit stacked. So Mortal Kombat 2 is directed by Simon McQuaid. Also starring in the movie includes Adeline Rudolph as Kitana, which is this individual. I think she'll make a great Kitana. That's going to be very nice to see. Jessica McNamee as Sonya Blade. She was in the last one. Hiroyuki Sanada as Hanzo Hasashi. Tadanabo Asano as Lord Raiden. Damon Herriman as Quan Chi. Tati Gabrielle as Jade. Martin Ford as Shao Kahn. Oh, they got Martin Ford to play Shao Kahn. I don't like him at all. Yeah, he's not good. I don't like him. Lewis Tan as Cole Young. That's that random guy with the plot armor. Like random made-up character from the first one. Weird. Josh Lawson as Kano. Joe Taslim as Bihan. Mekard Brooks as Jax. He was in the first. He did a good Jax. Judy Lin as Liu Kang. Or Ludi Lin, sorry, as Liu Kang. Chin Han as Shang Tsung. That was great in the first one. You got Desmond Chiam as King Jared. Anna Tu Nguyen as Sindel. CJ Bloomfield as Baraka. And Max Huang as Kung Lao. Yeah, I don't know. Martin Ford as Shao Kahn is like, that's shit. That is shit. But overall, I'm not like massively put off with these test screenings. Like, what am I going to go watch a Mortal Kombat film for? Bit of story. You know, as much story as possible. But, you know, story. And primarily, I'm there for the fights and some fun. So, I don't hate this. But it could be dog shit. Who knows? We'll see. They've still got a whole year to fix it, remember? More than a year, actually. They've got more than a year to fix it. So, they can absolutely go back to the drawing board on certain bits and pieces and fix it. It's just a test screen. They can change it. So, I wouldn't, you know, if some of this sounds bad to you, I wouldn't stress at all. I wouldn't stress at all. This can be fixed, for sure. So, anyway, love to hear your thoughts. Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Turn the bell notifications on. If you want to support me further, please do via Patreon. It's the first link down below in the description box. Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye now.